We got an important update today on an executive order we discussed at length here on WRAL News at 7. It has to do with all the federal layoffs we've seen in the last couple of weeks. So it is time again for our newest segment.
Order up!
Yes, we are once again talking about Executive Order 14210. It's all about carrying out DOJ's plan to lay off thousands of federal workers in the name of cutting government spending and waste. A group of unions filed a lawsuit to try and stop the layoffs, but as of yesterday, it didn't work. A federal judge denied their request, letting the layoffs go through. Among the agencies who lost thousands of workers to this order was the U.S. Forest Service. We did a whole report on this at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. If you missed it, you can watch it right now on the WRAL YouTube page. One of the workers we highlighted is from North Carolina, Jennifer Bundy. She had been working with the U.S. Forest Service for almost 2 years, tackling everything from wildfires to Helene recovery. After our story aired, I had the chance to speak with Bundy about her experience getting fired. She revealed so much about the way she was fired and how the USDA characterized the layoffs that we couldn't close out the week without giving you the full picture. Let's start with her termination letter. It says, the agency finds, based on your performance, that you have not demonstrated that your further employment at the agency would be in the public interest. There you have it. The letter says she is being let go based on her performance. When I talked to Jennifer, she told a very different story.
My performance reviews had always been excellent. There was never an issue with my performance that I was aware of. I kind of laughed as I was packing up my desk because I packed up 2 awards. So I'm not sure what performance, I'm not sure what performance that letter is talking about.
Now, there's a reason this letter claimed this was performance related. I spoke to an employment attorney, and he told me that distinction makes the firing much harder to fight in court. Then there's the response we got from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which oversees the Forest Service. We asked about the layoffs, and a spokesperson told us, to be clear, none of these individuals were operational firefighters. When I asked Jennifer about this, once again, she told a different story.
There's a policy that firefighters are not being terminated, but so many of us are not in fire categorized positions. We work in other positions and then go to fire when fire happens. I was a qualified wildland firefighter. I worked as part of incident management teams, and I served on the last 3 fires that hit the Grandfather Ranger District since Helene.
I asked North Carolina's congressional leaders if they have any concerns about these layoffs. Senator Ted Budd's office wrote, Senator Budd supports President Trump's goal of cutting spending and bringing efficiency to government. President Trump also promised he would slash red tape and make sure Western North Carolina gets the help they'll need to recover and rebuild. Senator Tom Tillis' office sent us this. They said, Senator Tillis supports President Trump's desire to cut fraud and wasteful spending. We also need to make sure there are no unintended cuts to vital positions, especially workers who are providing critical functions like helping Western North Carolina recover. Jennifer Bundy gets it. She understands the efficiency argument, but she's worried these particular layoffs were vital positions providing critical functions. And that, she says, could be dangerous.
I don't think you're ever going to meet a government employee that doesn't say there might be a better way to do things. There are processes that could be streamlined. We could use better technology. We could use better internet at our ranger stations. I mean, there's a lot of things that we could do. But I think the part of this is that it was indiscriminate. It was based off of our starting date and the way that we were hired. Nobody looked at what we were actually working on to see if it was critical.
Maybe you agree with Bundy, or maybe you side with Tillis or Budd or Trump or the unions fighting this. The point of this segment is not to convince you one way or the other. It's really about getting a better understanding of the president's executive orders and the people they affect. There are dozens more orders to go through, and we will, of course, be back with another segment for you next week.